Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Cindy here from CLB Craft Creations with another Pinterest inspired card. This is a card that I actually saw a couple weeks ago using the Thoughtful Branches set that was exclusive for August. And I did not purchase that set, and I thought not everybody wants to purchase that set, but I loved the design of the card. I think it was one of the Bruno Bertucci cards, and he had these leaves throughout the card. So I thought, okay, I've got the vintage leaves, so we're going to use the vintage leaves set. We're going to use this leaf, and then I'm also going to use the sheltering tree for Thankful for You, because obviously I'm kind of creating this kind of as a Thanksgiving card. You know, it's a fall thank you card, if you will. I can't even believe that it's still summer and I'm thinking of fall cards, but I just saw that card and I actually really liked it and wanted to try and recreate it using not supplies, but using stamps that I already had. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't know that I'm 100% in love with the color combination as far as the card base, which is the Delightfully Dijon, but I think for fall it's actually a perfect color combo. I like more bright and vibrant colors, so the muted Delightfully Dijon is a little bit more, I don't know, it's just not quite as vibrant for me. So I still like the card though, and I think these colors look really nice together. We're going to be using Very Vanilla, and we have two pieces of Very Vanilla which are cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Let me zoom you out just a little bit so you can actually get the full view here. So one for the inside, one for the outside. And then I also have two strips. I've got a Very Vanilla strip, which is a 1/2 inch by 4, and then the Delightfully Dijon strip is 3/4 by 4. So that's going to be for our sentiment that we're going to put on the top. Okay. Oh, and I need to get my Stampin' scrub. Since we're doing repeat stamping, we're going to need that for sure. And I'll make sure I get that on here. Just kind of putting it over here to the side, out of view. All right, and let's go ahead and get started. So our color combinations are Tip Top Taupe, Delightfully Dijon, Tangerine Tango, and Real Red. And the way that I did this is I used the center stem of the leaf to center kind of where I was going to start my stamping. So I'm just kind of lining it up. As long as I line up that stem straight down, then all the other ones should kind of fall in place. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I think I'm actually going to go a little bit more in on this one because I didn't have. So I'm just going to start at the top, get my head in here. And again, just using the edge of my piece of cardstock and just measuring that all the way down. Now I'm going to use the stem, and I'm going to just kind of butt that up to the tip of the leaf and continue stamping. Sorry if you can hear my dog. The kids are upstairs carrying on with him. Doesn't matter that I'm down here filming. It's probably the one time when they don't listen to me with that. All right, now I'm going to clean that off. I'm done with the Tip Top Taupe, and then we're going to move on to the Delightful Dijon. Okay, and now we're going to flip it around. So now I've got it going in the other direction, and I'm going to start at the top. Now I'm going to stamp off because I need to make sure that I clear the rounded part of that leaf. And you want to leave a little space in between, just for aesthetics, if you will. Okay, and now the same thing. I'm just going to use the tip of the leaf and the stem, the tip and the stem, just to line that up going all the way down. So it's just a continuous ribbon of leaves. And as I mentioned, it should pretty much fall straight in line if you follow that technique. And then they're going to kind of just fall within each other. So I'll clean that one off. We're done with this color. come in with now our Tangerine Tango. Make sure that's clean. It's still a little dirty. Okay, so now we're going to flip it again, or rotate it, and now we're going to just nestle right into that opening. Okay, ink up again, and just going tip to stem all the way down. Now I'm also, that one's a little off, so what I probably, although I don't want it to look off there, I guess it is off, so I need to go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit up here to the top so it does look like it's just continuing. Now I also, and since I've got my Tangerine Tango, I'm going to just move this aside real quick, and I'm going to take that leaf image and I'm just going to stamp that in the bottom right corner, and that's going to be my inside piece. So I'm going to just set that aside while we're still stamping. So I'm going to clean that off. Okay, and we're done with the Tangerine Tango. And now we'll go in with our real red. Bring that back in. And I do apologize if you can hear that commotion going on upstairs. Hopefully they will settle quickly. All right, now I need to flip that back around. And I still am not 100% even on this, but it's closer than my first card was. And I really don't think that it matters 100% how perfectly symmetrical you are. I think the beauty of this card is just the continuous leaf design. And no one is really going to pay attention to whether or not you've got full leaves perfectly coordinated throughout your sheet. So that's my 2 cents. Oh, and actually, while I had the Tangerine Tango, I needed to stamp my sentiment. All right, so now that is done, and I'm just going to set that aside for a few seconds to finish drying. And I'm going to bring in my sentiment piece and the Thankful for You. Get my Tangerine Tango back out, and just going to ink that up, and then center that in the middle the best I can on camera. This is actually really tight, but it does fit in there. So I may not have actually gotten it. Good enough. The bottom of the U is kind of drifting off, but I think it looks good still. Like I said, this is a little tight, and honestly, if you were being super particular, you could probably give it a little extra width to allow for more space. But I was all about using up the scraps, and this was actually a scrap piece left over when I cut down my paper. So I hate wasting paper, and these are perfect sizes for sentiments. Okay, so we just got that. Now we can go ahead and start assembling. I'm going to go ahead and add my centerpiece, my inside layer first. Oh, we're almost out of the snail. My card base is 4 1/4 by 11, and I have it scored at 5 1/2, so it's a top folding portrait style card, which is not typically this card style that I do, but trying to do things a little different these days. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and bring this in here, and I'm going to layer it on the bottom third of my card base. Okay, just put that down, make sure it's straight, which it is. And you just add a snail. Got some glue over here, and I'm going to add it to my card base, and we will have. This would also be a good pattern to do for like a one sheet wonder. So you would take an entire sheet of cardstock and you would do this pattern, and then you would cut it up into pieces, and then you'd use those pieces on your cards. So it's a nice, just a nice repetitive, little extra glue there, a nice repetitive image, and would look really nice in different size strips as well. So there you go. This was my original and my second one here. So again, this is a new series that I'm going to try and start doing. At least once a week you'll get a Pinterest inspired card that may or may not have been originally using Stampin' Up! Products that I have turned into Stampin' Up! Products that we have. So I hope that you liked today's project. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you're liking this series and that you want to see more. And leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.